Hey, what is going on, guys? It's the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video to talk about this great news that came out yesterday about Avatar Studios officially becoming a thing. Avatar Studios, they made the announcement shortly after they made the announcement about a animated film coming into the coming into the an animated theater film is basically being released under Avatar, this new Avatar Studios, which will coincide with the Avatar: The Last Airbender franchise. They're announcing that they're gonna also, that's not going to be the only first thing. I think they're going to also have a featured film of Legend of Korra after that. They're also going to have spin-offs, made spin-offs as well as other series. I know Mike and Brian have said in the past that they don't want to go anything past Legends of Korra, but this all these other spin-offs are basically going to tie into canonizing things that happen in between those timelines, or maybe even things that happened before the Avatar Aang timeline. Maybe even stuff during the 100 years that Aang was frozen in an iceberg. It can open up maybe those gaps. Kyoshi getting a spin-off series. Maybe Toph would be kind of cool if she could get a spin-off. I'd love to see Toph getting there. Or maybe they can open up the possibilities to them taking the comic book events and doing those in animated format, having an animated series of that. A lot of this stuff is just really good. Mike and Brian will be involved pretty much with everything that goes on with this. This is definitely a better route than the stupid Netflix live action television series, which from the rumors that are being tossed around is that it is basically going to be not the same as the original series, which is a slap in the face to the original creators. Really changing the emphasis to the storyline, as it seems. But Avatar Studios is going to kind of rectify that, and this is all going to be pretty much all of this is going to be on Paramount Plus, which is going to be a new streaming service that's coming out. It's basically a Viacom streaming service, which is quite interesting. This is coming out, on the heels of Viacom, making the deal with Netflix to have this live action series on Netflix. Which is going to fail because of everything that they're basically going to do with it. If these rumors are true about that. But now, with all of this coming out, it is definitely going to be an uphill battle for them. So, a feature film is going to be the first project. I'm very intrigued on what that is going to be. I'm very, very intrigued to see what that is going to end up being. They are going to start production later this year on the animated theatrical film for The Last Airbender. Like I said, I don't exactly know where it will tie in. It is a part of Avatar Aang's timeline. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to cover some of the comic book stuff. Because the comic book stuff obviously has been stated to be canon to the stuff that goes on in the Avatar: The Last Airbender animated anime series. And Mike and Brian overseen that, so I'm wondering if this is going to cover that. But that would be a lot to cover because there's a lot of material they would have to adopt. So I don't know if this will be like after that. Is this going to be like later on? Maybe after the events of the comic books, which could also be later adopted into. I mean, they could adapt that entire. They could adapt those entire comic book events into a series. Like, I mean, like I don't know how much material you could adopt out of that, but I mean, there's so much material. I mean, that could be just like one season right there, of different stuff they could adopt. But then it would also kind of open up the can of worms. Like, if not everything from that comic book is adopted to the cartoon series or the anime series, would it be still canon? You know, that's another thing. That would open that up. But Paramount Plus, man, they are, all in on this, man. Like, they are, they're doing Rugrat stuff, which kind of was the underlining thing in all of this Rugrats CGI remake. But they're putting out a shitload of content. It's like they're really serious about this. And this Avatar Studio thing is really gonna, up the ante of stuff. I am very curious, since they specifically say theatrical animated film. So is that gonna just go straight to Paramount Plus though? And not go to the theaters, like once the theaters are open? That's another thing I'm curious, because they specifically say theatrical. So that means it could actually go in the theaters. So that would be kind of interesting to see what they do with that. But if it's just going to go straight to streaming, that would be kind of weird, because they say theatrical. But this is some big news. And it basically shits on Netflix's like thing. Like, I don't even know why they signed on with Netflix if they had this plan. Maybe they didn't have this planned at the time, and so that's why they signed on for Netflix to have that series. But damn, like, this is basically going to shit on that television. I mean, everyone already hates it. I mean, because they're gonna try to like decanonize Aang and Katara, which had an extensive part of the story, and actually was the better ship in my opinion than the Zuko one. And I know a lot of people agree with me, because I did that video a while back, and I've seen a lot of people. I'm really getting sick of the whole Zuko thing to begin with, because it's like, Mike and Brian clearly intended on that to be in the canon thing, and, a television series or whatever decides to shit on that. I have no interest in that. And also with the aging the characters and changing story lines, that are significant to the plot, I'm not for that at all. So yeah, the Netflix series is already like dead. I have no interest in the Netflix series. I will not watch it if all that shit is true about it. And it's clearly not involved with Avatar Studios now. Avatar Studios is going to be really good. It does say that they might do live action, but they have not committed to it. So in the future, there could be a live action series of Avatar in the future, but as of right now, no, they're just focusing on anime spin-offs, movies, animated movies. That's pretty much what they're focusing on right now when it comes to Avatar. So, and honestly, that's what they should start with. They shouldn't go right into trying to do a live action, especially with the stupid Netflix thing, because if the Netflix one massively fails, it's gonna, people might not want to see that again. They might want them to just focus on making new anime series of Avatar. One of the things that someone, I think, pointed out was that how are they going to continue calling it Avatar Studios with trademark issues from James Cameron's Avatar? Some people don't even understand this, and I had to even tweet at Avatar News about this because I don't think they got it either. Is that the 2000 the Avatar the Last Airbender trademark, okay, was registered in 2003. I mean, that's public domain. You can literally go look it up if you don't believe me. It was registered in 2003, and it was approved in 2005. James Cameron and 20th Century Fox did not trademark the Avatar name for their studios until like 2008. And they trademarked a bunch in recent years now, which you guys can go look that up. It's literally on public domain. Like, I'm not lying, guys. It's public domain. If you go look up the trademark registry, they have the dates right there. So the reason why they didn't use Avatar: The Last Airbender for the failed live-action movie was because they didn't want people to get confused with the James Cameron movie. It had nothing to do with James Cameron or Fox telling Paramount to take it down, because technically Paramount actually had the rights to it because they own the trademark. And it was the same thing with Legends of Korra. Legends of Korra, not exactly so much with Legends of Korra, because Legends of Korra was a completely different title to begin with, which they actually tried to file trademark for Avatar Legends of Korra, but it got rejected in trademark. They originally were going to do Last Airbender Legends of Korra, which was stupid, but they were afraid people weren't going to know the difference or not. But they ultimately ended up just sticking with Legends of Korra. But that's a different thing altogether, because that was a new trademark that they would have had to have filed. So that was the issue with Legends of Korra. With the live-action movie that failed, the reason why it wasn't called Avatar Last Airbender was because of Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon chose not to do it. It had nothing to do with 20th Century Fox. And again, you guys can go look that up. It's public domain. I don't know why people don't know this, but it's literally, like, you can literally research it. It also, yeah, because it's literally, if you go on the trademarking website, it literally shows you the dates. Like, I don't see why because people say that, well, James Cameron came up with the idea like in the 90s. Okay, but Fox never attempted to trademark it until 2008. Avatar was approved in 2005 for trademark. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, in terms of Avatar Studios, I don't know. According to the picture, it doesn't seem like it has a trademark on it. So I don't know if they'll be able to, but it seems like they're very committed to it being called Avatar Studios. So, but I just wanted to clear that whole Avatar: The Last Airbender thing, because they're still using it. They're still using the trademark. It was re-extended in 2015. They recently just re-extended the trademark in 2015 for Last Airbender, Avatar: The Last Airbender. So, yeah, which again is public domain. You can literally look that up on the trademark registry website. It will show you those dates. So I don't know why people are still saying this. I actually tweeted at Avatar News about this because they seem to think that because James Cameron came up with it first, that doesn't necessarily mean that they came with the trademark, and that's not true. And I actually showed that. But getting back to the Avatar Studios, I don't know if they can trademark that or not. Hopefully they can. But that's the whole thing with Avatar: The Last Airbender. It will open up some interesting notes for Avatar: The Last Airbender movies that they plan on making and or spin-off series. But I'm very excited by this. I'm very excited to see what they're doing. Paramount is very, very focused. I don't know if this is exactly why Mike and Brian left the Netflix project. I don't think it was because of this. I think they would have still stuck around and tried to help out with that. I think one of the biggest reasons why they left that project was more or less because of what Netflix wanted to do, and that was to change the ages. Which or change the ages, or possibly cast white characters that shouldn't be casted white. I don't know that for sure. I have a sneaking suspicions with that. Which I don't care that they cast like some of the Earthbenders as white, because Earthbenders is more of a diverse nation. But the Fire Nation, the Fire Nation, the Air Nation, the Air Nomads, the Water Tribe, they should not be casted as white. And based on the fact that Netflix has whitewashed character roles in the past that I have noticed, and people have told me that they have done this, I don't trust Netflix at all anymore. Apparently, Netflix whitewashed the Winx Club adaptation. I don't really know that much about Winx Club, besides some of the research I did for a Cartoon Fight Club years ago. But from some of the stuff that I know about Winx Club, because I know that was on the Goozies years ago, the only character that's actually white in that show is Bloom, and everyone else apparently in the Netflix live action series is white except for one character that was casted as black, and there's supposed to be 2 black characters in Winx Club. So everyone else, all the other Winxes are white. I don't know that for sure, but that's what someone told me. So I don't trust Netflix at all to cast Avatar characters correctly, based on that information. Oh yeah, I did the research for Cartoon Fight Club. I did the research for the Winx Club versus Sailor Mars. Bloom versus Sailor Mars. For anybody who doesn't remember that, by the way, go check it out on Cartoon Fight Club. I did the research on that for AR. Sailor Mars versus Bloom, or whatever. Yeah, so anyways, that's getting a little off topic, because that's just other Netflix. We're not talking about the Netflix series. Bring the Netflix series. We were talking about this Avatar Studios. Again, the potentiality for this is very good. Brian is very excited about it. And I'm just very excited to see what they do. There's a lot of different things. I would like to see maybe a Kyoshi series. Like, maybe we could get, because a lot of people love to have a Kyoshi spin-off series. I would love to see a Kyoshi series, because Kyoshi's one of the popular avatars that didn't really get enough exploring. We could see that. We could see lots of mysteries being solved. Maybe a Toph spinoff. There's a lot of different things we can get out of this, and I really hope that this happens. Well, it's gonna happen, but I really hope we get more and more stuff coming on the pipe. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the Avatar Studios? It's coming very soon. They said they're starting later this year, to get the movie. Hopefully we get it by next year. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited about this Paramount Plus thing? I think Paramount Plus is really doing the stuff that us fans want. It seems like they're really focusing on doing things that people really want to see. They're doing a Rugrat CGI as well. It seems like, and this Avatar Studios is really, they're really, expanding on this universe, which I think a lot of people want to see. And after the ratings that it got on Netflix, it's no surprise. They're going to try to capitalize this and really make Netflix look like shit, because Netflix stood on a gold mine with the Avatar series coming on their platform, and they're basically going to create a live action series that's going to suck balls. Because of that, Paramount Plus is gonna like show them up because of it and get all the credit for it. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, rate. If you like to video my videos, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell for all the latest contents. If you're a subscriber already, do that with the bell. Discord link in the description for other discussions. And that's about it, guys. I am the Ultimate Goku moderator. Peace!